Here's an overview of the U-curve approach to thriving and surviving major challenges and changes in your life. As life presents us with challenges and goals to achieve, we need to get from where we are now, here, to there, wherever that is. This can be in the form of getting fit or losing weight or eating more healthy or just reducing the stress that's in our lives. We all know it's not a straight line from here to there. There are twists and turns and bumps along the way. At U-Curve, we've identified 6 different stages of this change curve. The first is initial optimism. The second is jumping in. Then there's the long slide. Then rock bottom, climbing up, and finally success. These are the 6 stages of what we call the U-Curve. Let's look at each of these U-curve stages in a little more detail. The first is initial optimism. This is where there's lots of energy and enthusiasm, but still some anxiousness because there are not a lot of details. The next is jumping in. There's still some excitement, but the anxiety is starting to increase because we realize that change is going to happen, but we have to let go of the status quo. Now comes the long slide. This is when progress starts to slow and our frustration increases, and maybe even some doubt about whether we can do this or not. As we reach rock bottom, progress is completely stalled and we think it can't get any worse. You're frustrated, maybe angry, or even despairing. It's at this point we're in what we call the danger zone, where you can check out both mentally and physically and begin to lose confidence in yourself. Now we start to climb up. Small victories are starting to happen. We start to feel optimistic and think, I might just pull this off. Finally, success. Yes, we've achieved the results we wanted. You think I've made it, and now it's about sustaining all of those achievements. So those are the 6 stages of the U-curve, and it's important to remember that it takes everybody a different amount of time to go through each of these 6 stages. You're not likely to skip a stage, but you could seesaw back and forth, and it's okay. You just need to take the time that you need to get through from here to there, from initial optimism all the way through to achieving that success. Knowing that there are these 6 stages that you're going to go through and what they look like and how they feel will actually help you shorten your curve and help you overcome your challenges and achieve your goals faster and easier. Now let's look at the other part of U-curve, personality styles. We're all individuals, we're all unique, we're all made up of different aspects. But when we want to describe how people behave at their core, it's convenient to think of arranging things in 4 quadrants related to thinking, feeling, facts, and relationships. If we think about connecting these into 2 axes that divide a circle up into 4 quadrants, this provides us an easy way to describe people's core behaviors in terms of 4 core personal styles. And we use colors to identify each of the 4 different quadrants or 4 different core styles: green, yellow, red, and blue. Now, understand we are unique people and we are a mix of all of these different colors to varying degrees. However, it's useful to think about a core or home base style that most people revert to or use, especially during times of challenges or stress. Let's take a look at how these 4 quadrants are different. First, let's talk about green. People that are in the green quadrant are thinking and relationship oriented. That means they're loyal, dependable, cautious. They tend to be very predictable, they're very tenacious, and they don't give up easily. Next is the yellow quadrant. These are people that value relationships and are very feeling or intuitive. These are our bright yellow. They are upbeat, expressive, influential. They tend to be very informal, they're very creative, and they're people. Next is the red quadrant. These are also people that are feeling, but are also very fact-oriented. They tend to be independent, self-assured, very forthright. They like to compete. They can be very convincing, but they're very fast-paced and like to be in control. The last quadrant are the blues. These are fact and thinking people. So they are very respectful, they're very precise and logical, very process oriented. They work best solo, and they're very low risk, systematic, and they tend to be very conservative. Now let's look at how we combine personal styles with the different stages of the change curve to really talk about a powerful tool that UCurve can provide. Remember, we had 6 stages and we have 4 core personal styles. The power of UCurve is it gives you tools that are right for you depending on where you are on the change curve. So someone that is a red personality has very different needs, motivations, and behaviors at each of the different stages of the UCurve. Similarly, a yellow person at initial optimism has very different needs and motivations than a red person, than a green person, than a blue person. So by combining these two, we have a very individualized set of tools that'll help you get from here to there to face the challenges and goals that you have easier and faster. It's important to remember it doesn't matter what your challenges or goals are, what personal style you are, or where you are on the change curve. It's your journey, it's personal, and at UCurve, we're here to help.